You know, a thought just kind of crossed my mind. And it's not a good thought because there's not really much of anything I can do about it right now. You think maybe, I don't know, Sailor's Island gets an updated supply of items and stuff? Think there's any chance that maybe, just maybe, they have better weapons and armor that I perhaps could have gotten at some point and simply have not? It's far too late for me to be having these thoughts. Oh God, these things are never going to go away. They are the worst thing to ever have faces. And I gotta be real, I cannot say with 100% certainty that the majority of these things even actually have any faces. I'm just kind of assuming. Blade Beam! And despite all that, it is not going to die this turn. This is the way that things be this day. Aye, Power Rangers. Okay. Why can a shrimp fish breathe fire? The only thing that I could even think is mildly comparable would be like a pistol shrimp. But like, that's not breathing fire, it's just snapping its little snippers really fast and hard to make a super pressurized bubble that like burns up and stuff, but it's still not fire. I can't say that it's the same thing. And besides, it ain't using no pistol shrimp claw, it's using its weird little gangly gankless. I don't know what you want to call that thing that's... I'm sure there's a word for the things that shoot out of a shrimp's face like that. But I sure as heck don't know what it is. The feelers? Some kind of antenna combination technique? I have no idea. I'm not an entomologist. And actually, I know I always call things like shrimps and lobsters and the like sea bugs, but are they actually technically quantified as that? Would an entomologist even be a thing that you would ask for on stuff like that? Or would you have to find, like, just a marine biologist, I guess? I'm not 100% sure, actually. Huh. I mean, it's not the most pressing of information that I really need in my life. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes strange thoughts cross your mind and you get to thinking. You get to pondering. And by the way, no, you can't use the map here. I see something that looks kind of shiny. Oop, yeah, that could in fact be what we're looking for. Maybe. Of course, nothing is ever as easy as it seems, so I'm sure something is about to go down. Oh God, there's so many of these dudes. Why do there have to be so many of these dudes? These big old, nasty old, round old, evil old egg. I just... They're an affront. They're an affront to all that is decent and good in this world. Of which there is not a whole lot. Quite frankly, I think the bad outweighs the good in a lot of situations. You know what? This is going to be one of those few times where I'm okay with that. I'm honestly totally okay with the idea of you just cutting and running. It saves me some time. Then again, if this works as well as I think it's about to, so much for saving time. Alright. Could have been way, way, way worse. This is just... I'll aim for the guy that's mostly weak. There we go, there we go. Hit him with the old boomerang. Alright, that really feels like it should have been enough to defeat it. Enrique, please, thank you. The critical hit. I was gonna say it might have been overkill, but you know, let's assume that it wasn't. Let's just assume that it was not, in fact, overkill. Hiya! There you go. Slap him around. Slap around the weird sky plant thing. I know not what its deal is, but I do not care for it. And Spinaroonie of Death. Cool. My favorite part about that attack is all of the things you can do about it. A Carnalac! Die, Carnalac! You do not belong in this world, you foul demon. Oh yeah, you know what? There is actually something I can quickly show you guys. Just because, I mean, I don't know if it's interesting enough to... Ooh, more spirit. To, you know, justify a lot of other things. But, I mean, I can definitively give you guys an answer about something. So, hang on a second here. I was wondering about these chums. Yeah, it causes you to regurgitate all your chams. So yeah, you use it, and rest assured, yeah, Cupel just goes back to being as weak as it was when you first met him. And you do, in fact, have all of your chams back. And you might be wondering, like I have, about why on earth you would do that. Well, you see, here's the interesting thing. I have absolutely no goddamn clue. I don't know why you would ever do that. I don't know why they give you the option, and I don't know why they give you so many items that let you do it. I thought maybe if you did it enough, I don't know, maybe Cupel would transform into some rare side branch of transformations, maybe? I tried a bunch. It didn't work. So it really just looks entirely pointless. If anybody out there has any idea, well, feel free to tell me, because I really do not know. Also, I don't know if I would call what this was a treasure chest by any stretch of the imagination. Did I fly all the way over here for absolutely no other reason than a single stat-boosting seed item and absolutely nothing else? I mean, I know that there was an alternative path I could take, but I've got to say, it took me a really long time and a lot of monsters to get to this point. If it was going to lead to a dead end with nothing but some, you know, neat treasure, I would hope there would be at least more than one neat treasure, to say the bare minimum. I'm kind of giving you a bit of an out here, game. If you want to at least give me one more piece of treasure that's, you know, really cool and great and swell and all that good stuff, then you know, maybe I'll be a little less irritated about the fact that I'm basically wasting a very large amount of my time for a single stat item. I'm not gonna say it's a bad item. I'm not gonna say I don't appreciate it. I'm just saying I don't think it was worth all of the effort. That's really all I'm trying to say to you right now. Especially if you're gonna be making me fight a bunch more enemies, you know, just to get back to where I was to go down the alternate path, which I suppose is the actual thing that I was supposed to do. And I don't know, am I crazy for thinking that this giant yellow, you know, structure might have had something to do with the yellow moon crystal? It sure seemed like that was the type of thing that this would look like, if anything. I mean, I was obviously wrong, but what about you? You're slightly different color than everything else. Are you special? You don't look special in any shape, way, or form. This was looking to be completely and utterly pointless. And now I have to fly all the way back. Okay. Alright, I'm roughly in the thereabouts back to where I was. For the record, I also happened to discover that apparently our title has now been changed to Vice the Hero, which is pretty freaking swell. You do have to wonder how further along the title can go. And also have to wonder what exact benefit I can be, if there is a benefit to be had from getting the best possible rank, where exactly I would be able to turn that in so I could actually experience whatever it is, the item, or whatever it is you get, if anything. I suppose it could just be bragging rights. I would like to hope that it's a little bit more substantial than that, but there you go, I suppose. Oh boy, oh howdy, oh my, oh gee, oh Jiminy, oh Jillikers, and every other such thing I could think to say. That's a big pile of monsters what we're trying to ruin my here day. Alright then, once again, from the top. I've had to fight a fair dealio of these fellows on my way back to where I was. But that's okay. At least, first and foremost, we were able to get rid of their little buddies, so that's always a good thing. Then it's gonna belch up a big old pile of fire, as Shrillops have been known to on occasion accomplish with their lives. Alright, I'll be real with you, that's the first time I've ever seen that particular monster ever do that. That's a new one. Ah, delightful. You lowered the attack of the person that I most definitely didn't want to have lowered. Yeah, you couldn't have done that to Fina or Ica, where it wouldn't have done nearly as big of a problem, or even Enrique, really. He's the backup fighter. But, yeah, no, lowering the stats of literally the one guy that I use for the most amount of reliable damage. Aight. The only one of the entire team to have even have to deal with that. Part of me feels as if maybe I should actually... Oh, okay, no, you know what? Yeah, you know, that's on me. That is actually, factually, without question, on me. I should have honestly seen that coming. I knew that that was a thing that it could do.
Purify our souls.
So, I mean, it's nice to be able to see this move again, at least. And I want to say that doing this maybe only saves us, like, maybe a turn, maybe two. I don't know. Maybe a part of it really does just come purely from spite. I very aggressively dislike the fact that you did that, you weird-looking fish. All right, no, we would not have killed that thing.
It's over at last.
Well, you're certainly having a rough time of it, aren't you, my dude? All right, well, don't worry. All y'all seem to be on the verge of giving yourself a big old level up in the very immediate future, so that's a good thing. That's something to be happy about. But hang on here. Let me just boost all you alls up a little bit. There you go. We're not at the top of our health, but, you know, it's better. It's better. So, there appear to have only been two possible ways that I could go. The first way led to, I went through all that trouble of actually grabbing the dang thing. I should really be able to use it to increase agile by 1. I should give that to Ica. Yeah, okay. It was definitely worth the ride. He says, with a very large amount of sarcasm, deep within his soul. More than he ever knew he ever had to begin with, as the monsters continue to barrel down upon the Delphanus. With reckless abandon, they care not for their well-being. Nay, nay, they are perfectly content to spend the remainder of their life merely being extraordinarily annoying and difficult to deal with, and nothing more than that. They didn't need to senselessly throw their lives away for the purposes of this. They chose this life. Did perhaps they think that this was an easy target? That perhaps, maybe, that this was, I don't know, the best course of action for survival? That they needed to eat the people that is on this giant metal boat? I doubt the fish are aware of what a boat specifically is. Seems unlikely. I know not the inner machinations of the mind of the various creatures that I've been dealing with here. Because literally everybody in the grandma seems to be afflicted with all manner of attack down. I shan't complain, though. You didn't do it to Vice. At least yet you haven't. So, there's that, I suppose. Upon retrospect, I should have probably taken into account the fact that those stats were lowered, because I don't think Fina is going to be strong enough to be able to take care of that thing. Although, as always, I'm more than happy to eat my words and be entirely incorrect. Alright, let's be real, even if that did land, it ultimately would not have amounted to a whole lot. And because I complained earlier, just like clockwork. If there's anything of this land and world that I can truly say without a shadow of a doubt that the world is the most predictable thing in the history of ever. When I say a bad thing hasn't happened, rest assured that bad thing will happen. I'd like to say I'm more able to properly weaponize this ability, but the universe itself accounts for that, and anytime you try to use it for my own advantage, it never works out that way. But there you go. There's a big old pile of level ups and some max spirit. There you go. There you go. It's always great to have more max spirit. And not me spirit. That's the problem with having a name that can also be used in such ways. Oh no. Oh no, I can make a turn. Alright, well, everybody remember where we came from. when I go this way and it leads to another dead end, just turn around and go straight, and I should bounce to wherever it is that I'm supposed to go next. Seems like a pretty fair assessment. Hello? Do you have something inside of you? No? You just... Alright, well, you might have had some monsters attached to your hull. I suppose that is, in fact, a thing. That's pretty cool. Although, hey, for the first time in a very long time, that's actually a big pile of enemies that I can just flash fry and move on with my day. All right, then. Thank you very much. That's honestly a very welcome reprieve. I do not get that very often. Also, although admittedly I didn't get a lot of experience or money for it, but hey, sometimes the time save is good enough. All right, I'm gonna turn to the left, and I'm going to hope that there's a way further along. There does appear to be so, and another save spot. All right, well, either this is, in fact, another save spot, or somehow, some way, we found a way to go into a gigantic circle. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If we did, in fact, actually somehow get lost in those catacombs, completely flipped around in the wrong direction, and I'm now about to leave and come out the way that I started, I just might swear a cuss word. This does not look to be the case, and if I turn around, that does not appear to be the sphincter that I once crawled inside of. Yeah, put that in your quote books. All right, this looks like a pretty fancy schmancy place. Just gonna fly upwards. It is progressively getting fancier and schmancier. Well, you look like you could be a Gygus. Hello. I feel like I'm going to have to fight you. Am I in the ballpark? Why are you already conscious and just chilling? Is that... That is Yellowgar, the Yellow Gygus. Bit on the nose for the naming conventions, but Sylvite mages managed to put him to sleep, then they sealed him in here. Yellowgar is extremely powerful, so it's best that we don't wake him. Oh, he gonna wake up. The crystal is in Yellowgar's possession. We have to find a way to remove it without waking him. Well, that music seems to imply that he is woken up, so fat lot of good that possibility is ever gonna be. Yeah, we're gonna have to shoot this thing a bunch. That's gonna be a problem. Great, he's awake, and we literally didn't do anything to justify that. If we stay here, we won't be able to dodge the lightning. We have to get away from him. Engines full reverse. I'm not going back through that catacomb. This beastie better just smash right through the door. That's what I want to see. Okay, cool. Thank you. That's gonna save me a lot of time. Wow, okay, this thing is actually pretty dang powerful. I've learned in recent years that parting clouds is not a small feat. Alrighty. Looks like this is the thing that's happening. This is bad. Oh, what? Because the winged dragon of Ra is barreling down our doorstep? Nah, we got this. King Ghidra don't got nothing on us. Made breaking the seal look easy. This isn't a good sign. To be fair, we never tried to shoot the seal with the moonstone cannon. Looks like we're gonna have to fight him to get the crystal. Battle stations, let's take that thing down. Oh boy! Oh boy! This is gonna go swimmingly. Yellowgar. Ancient records say its thunder tore open the skies themselves, and its roar shook the ground. Well, doesn't sound like a very friendly Gygus, as opposed to all the other ones that have been trying to murder us. Those were all very friendly. Well, I guess Rachnim was, but that seems like an interesting, an exception to the rule. Extra careful, huh? Alrighty. I vote that we focus and try to use our moonstone cannon every chance that we get. We can also shoot the ancient cannons and see how that goes too. We're probably gonna get smack-a-lacked around a little bit, as is the, usual tradition. But, in theory, we just might be able to heal ourselves up before it becomes a serious issue. That is generally how these kind of fights end up going. We'll find out soon enough. If they're maybe going to shake things up, make this particular Gygus even more cuckoo bananas than the ones that we've gone up against prior. Certainly not impossible. So far, the Beastie has decided to do a very dormant strategy. Doesn't seem too terribly interested in a lot of the things that's been going. Okay, never mind. It has decided to immediately start doing its attacking after I said that it hasn't been doing anything yet. So, that's pretty cool. Alright, that was just a bit, a little under 4,000 damage. Let's see what shooting it does. And we missed. Oh, we didn't miss. Alright, we actually did some decent damage, too. Okay. Don't know if it was worth the SP, but, okay. We're taking care of business. We're making stuff go down. I get it. It makes sense. I dig it. And we'll focus again. Yellow. Okay. So very confused by these air battles. Oh, well. Hope you guys are mentally prepared for another shocking experience. That was almost a halfway decent Crypt Keeper laugh, but not quite. Boils and ghouls. All right, yeah, that was even worse. Oh, cool. 18 SP down the absolute crapper for reasons, I guess. We just missed. Or the target was lost, I guess. You're gonna have to forgive me. It doesn't really look like this thing is lost by any stretch of the imagination, because I kind of happened to just be looking right over to the other side of the ship, and I happened to notice a gigantic yellow spider mech shooting gigantic beams of electric death at us in just about every opportunity it's been given. So you'll have to forgive me when I think that the word you're using to describe our situation, target lost, to really not be applicable in any shape, way, or form. Yeah, I'm gonna have to steadfastly just kind of, put my foot down on that particular notion. It doesn't seem like it applies. It's kind of flat. Maybe we should try attacking from above or below. Might be easier to hit it that way. Well, I really feel like attacking it from below is a bad idea, so I'm mentally preparing myself for the fact that it's definitely going to be what the game wants me to do, so when I try attacking it from above, it's not going to be a good idea. Let's try attacking it from above. Increasing altitude. Well, we didn't get more chances, so yeah, it's looking like that was in fact not the right idea. Alright, cool. Coolest of all the beans that you've ever had. You might think you've experienced cool beans in your day, but oh, I assure you, you most definitely have in fact not. Oh, hang on. Maybe my plan was in fact not a big pile of butts. If absolutely nothing else, we certainly did something. We did damage. That was the most damage we've done so far. Granted, it's also literally the second time we've managed to successfully land a hit on it, but I digress. I still appreciate the fact that it was something. How about the second time? All right, that one did astronomically less, almost by 10,000 HP points less. What exactly about that first shot was so much more powerful than the second one? I don't know. It was exact same weapon. Very confused. Best I can maybe gather is maybe the cannons are as strong as the person shooting it. So, okay, you know what? That actually sounds like it makes a lot of sense, because that would explain why some of my attacks do decent damage, and maybe when I have like a character like Ica or Fiend, that'd make sense. Vice is a lot stronger than Ica, so his attack did a whole lot less, and those extraordinarily low numbers could have actually been from Fina because she has such low attack stat. Might be the case. Huh. Alright. I'm sure if that is the case, I've definitely been told that in the comments and people are mad at me about it. Well, not a single weak point. More importantly, is it just me or does that thing look a little more active? Is the seal weakening it on or something? Perhaps, but whatever the reason, it appears to be building up some sort of attack. I wish there was some way we could knock it off balance like we've done all the other Gygases, but it's just too big. It doesn't look any bigger than any other ones we fought, but alright. Anything short of the Moonstone Cannon probably won't even make that thing budge. Well, then we're definitely going to have to shoot it with the Moonstone Cannon. That much is very clear. Alright, then, how about this? I'm gonna do this. And then we're gonna focus. And then we're gonna use magic. We're gonna get ourselves the Incredible. Then we're gonna use the Moonstone Cannon. And then, well, maybe with a little bit of... Yeah, that did a boatload more damage. That really is starting to feel like that is how it is. If so, then I've definitely solved the mystery of how boat battles work. Which I'm sure everybody else who's played this game already knew well in advance, but I'm doing my best. I'm trying. You can't complain. I've won all my fights. I've only lost like once or twice. And it's busting out its big pew-pew zip-zap zoobity-bap cannon. And 3,800 damage. I was way closer than I should have been. Usually the 100 number is a little more different than that. All right then, well, this attack is as literally strong as it's going to be. So let's give it a try and hope for the best. Here's hoping that Moonstone Cannon knocks it off kilter just a wee bit. Only option I can see.
Moonstone Cannon.
Big purple laser beam of death, go! Now, is this not gonna do as much damage because Enrique did it? No, that's still an impressive amount of damage if we're being completely real with ourselves. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Target lost for him. Target lost, it did the thing. All right, that did it. It's off balance. Haha. Leave it to the Moonstone Cannon. All right, everyone, now's our chance. Open fire. All right, well, you won't see me saying no thank ye. I'm gonna do that again. Also, apparently, if we do it something properly, we can use the Moonstone Cannon a third time. That seems like a pretty good use of our time. So how about we just make absolute certain. And you know what? Enrique, you do hit a little bit harder. So we'll have you do the thing. Yeah. And maybe it'll actually do something. Well, we're about to find out. Also, if this gets stronger when Vice uses it, we're about to find out. It was about, what, 3 quadrillion HP when Enrique shot it? That was a little bit more. Are all of the attacks based off who gets to use them? That's kind of a shame, because the Moonstone Cannon, I don't really have much of a choice, but it's whoever the game says it's okay to use it on the turn. Well, there you go, I suppose. We'll just charge ourselves up all good and proper. Make sure that we have the ability to shoot that thing again. Assuming we get the opportunity. It's hard to say. For the record, I was under the impression that maybe going above the creature was the smarter idea because, you know, all of its electrical laser attacks kind of shoot out from the bottom of it. So I thought, you know, be on top because that's not where the lightning shoots out of it. Made sense in my head. Busting out the evasive action. All right, so this attack ain't gonna do a whole lot no matter what. Of course, that's assuming it even hits at all. No, okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. All right, I'm not sure if the next Moonstone Cannon attack will kill it, but it'll definitely put us in range to be able to do it with normal attacks after that. Nice one now. Orders, please. I'm gonna say pursue an attack. That was the wrong choice. All right. It's not like every other time hanging back and seeing what the enemy has done has been the wrong choice every single time up to this point or anything. That's not a thing. No, that has never been a thing at any point. Good. Alright, then. Using evasive actions. Will our attack even hit at all? No, it won't. Alright, well, that means the other one's definitely not going to. I mean, for what it's worth, I know why it's missing. I think it's because we're actively flying away. Even though the orders I specifically gave were to pursue and not fly as far away from the creature as humanly possible, but perhaps they misinterpreted my directions. It's certainly feasible. Far from the most unlikely situation to find ourselves in. Either way, using our other turns to charge up and heal, those are pretty good. Of course, the next one's not going to be so super duper great. Because this attack ain't gonna do beans. Oh, it's doing Voltigar. It's garring up them volts, people. It's garring them up in the most volt way you could possibly imagine. Ouchie, ouchie. That hurt my bum. And then, pew, 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 pew. Oh, hey, not bad, not bad, not bad at all. That time it hit because we're actually flying towards it. Funny how that works. Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna double focus on the chance of being able to use it again. The possibility of the fight ending outright, are extraordinarily high. But I still choose to do what I did on the off chance that, for some reason, for the first time ever, the Moonstone Cannon attack misses. Sure, it's literally never happened at any other point, but I mean, would you put it past my luck at this point? I'm gonna tell you, personally, no. I'm gonna go ahead and say no. I feel pretty confident that that is exactly within line of my luck to discover that up to this point, the Moonstone Cannon was fully capable of missing an attack, and I just never did. Until it lured me into such a false sense of security that I had no choice but to think that it would work 100%. And then it decided, haha, you fool. We've tricked you, we've bamboozled you, you've been swindled and schmeckeldorfed into any other word you may or may not have made up to describe the situation. All right. Hold on to your butts. Buckle your pants and, aggressively crack your neck. Ow, that hurt. So I'm about to perforate you.
Moonstone Cannon, fire!
You said you wanted the piercing. Well, I don't think that's what you had in mind. Thank you, and be dead forever. All right, not a ton of experience for that, honestly. Ooh, but I got a Thunder Cutlass. I'm cool with that. That sounds pretty badass. So, oh, she is so happy. We did it! And only Ika is celebrating. Everyone else is a bit forlorn. That wasn't easy. Honestly, that was probably one of the easier times I've had with a Gygus. I didn't even have to speed up or anything. Ooh, that's a big old crater. Well, that looks to be a big fancy gem right there. I'll be real, I was actually expecting someone from Vala to show up and yoink it. It's amazing that we were able to get it before the Armada. All right, well, at least he's pointing it out too. Well, since we got the yellow crystal, we should head back to Crescent. This is the 5th moon crystal that we've collected. And now, my quest is finished. Somehow I doubt that. I was gonna say, what exactly do the moon crystals do now that... I feel like she probably... Are they like a really solid power source? That must be it, because we kind of killed... Well, we didn't kill all the Gyguses, but we killed the majority of them. They're not gonna be very good weapons anymore. Athena. I doubt that the quest is well and truly over. And the Armada is just letting us just hop, skip, and jump our way out of here, huh? You know, a thought just occurred to me. Where's the Valen capital. There's our base. Get the impression that maybe... I don't know. We chose... I understand, you know, slim pickings as far as options are for where we put our base, but... And I don't know. I can't help but feel like it's a little bit strange that the Valens didn't show up. Are we really just straight up in the clear? They're not... Nothing appears to be on fire. So... Just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Oh, hi there, it's you. Also, god damn it, his name really has been Gilder this whole time. Alrighty. So... How did you know how to get here? And I guess everyone else was just cool to let you barge in. Who knows? Anyway, hi. Long time no see. Wow, you got yourself a nice little base set up here.
Ooh.
Gilder! I heard that you sailed around the world. As always, kid, it sounds like you've been trying to get yourself into more trouble. Well, it hasn't been a deliberate choice. I came here to hear all about your travels. And for a good meal. Good old Gilder. Pleasure before business. I mean, food is pretty great. Let's be real. I want food. There's our badass flag. There's our bird coop that I guess we have. I don't know this place nearly as well as I thought I did. And and then the next day, just decided to show us that. So you went to Yaphatoma, and then on to the Land of Ice, huh? Just listening to your stories makes my adrenaline flow. So in the end, you collected the 5 moon crystals. Nice work. They do be shiny shimmy shammies. Yep, we got them all. And since all of them are together, I suppose that means Fina will be taking them with her when she heads home soon. I feel like we should definitely escort her if that's not on the cards. Yes. Actually, there was something that was bothering me from earlier. Fina, where exactly did you come from? I mean, where are you going home to? Oh, well, the moon. With my moon magics. Oh, wait, we have like 6 moons. Well, the silver moon. All right, apparently you just hit the trauma button, I guess. That's not good. Fina? The place to which I must return. The place where both Ramirez and I were born and raised. On the playground is where we spent most of our days. Is the Great Silver Shrine. It's in a place high above the sky. The Great Silver Shrine? Of the Silver Monkey? I'm just throwing references out there for no reason. Long ago, when the rains of destruction fell upon the lands, and most of the world's population was killed, all seemed lost. The most powerful Sylvite mages met at the shrine. They combined their energy, descended into the sky, above the destruction. They escaped the horrible fate that fell upon the rest of the world by rising above the destruction. Ever since then, from above, we have sworn to protect the people of this world from the same fate that our ancestors suffered. That is the primary mission of the remaining Sylvites. That's a pretty cool mission. The Great Silver Shrine is high above the clouds, where no ship can reach it. I plan to take the moon crystals back to the Great Silver Shrine, so that no one will ever be able to abuse their power again. Why do I get the overwhelming impression that there's going to be somebody up there in the Sylvite civilization that is not on the up and up? But how are you going to get home? If I can get back to the ship that I came in, then I should be able to make it home. But when I was attacked by Vala, my ship sank beneath the clouds. Yes, I remember. You're talking about the ship you were flying when Alfonso attacked you. It appears that we must find another way of getting Fina home. Perhaps a cannon. But if we find a way to get Fina back home, does that mean we'll have to say goodbye? We'll never get to see her again. I'm not down for that idea. We've been a duo for a very long time, but I've gone very comfortable with the idea of being a trio. Lately, I sometimes find myself thinking. I started thinking, if I am unable to find a way home, that I'll be able to stay here with everyone. I'm sorry, that's so silly of me. My orders were to gather the moon crystals and to return to the Great Silver Shrine with them. She has grown fond of us. And yeah, I said trio. You heard what I said, Enrique. I've got nothing against the guy, but like, I don't know. It's the fact that the fourth party member has been hot potatoing this entire game kind of makes it feel a little more, I don't know. There's a solid 3-man band going on here. Ramirez, what is the status on the construction of Dangrel Island?
Yes, my
The construction of the port is complete. Antoloco's flagship is currently being fitted so that it will be able to submerge into the deep sky. I've also received word that the elevator leading to the bottom of deep sky has been completed as well. Excellent. The time grows near. Soon the foolish empress and the rest of the people of the world will bow before my might. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, not just the people. The people and even those revered moons. Soon they will all be in my grasp. The people, the lands, and even the moons. They will belong to me. You shall reign supreme, Lord Galician. Galcian? I don't know. Tomorrow morning, I will leave for Dagnall. I wish to oversee the final stages of the construction myself. And tell the other admirals to assemble at Dagnall. I wish to know where they stand. Yes, Lord Galician. I walk the path of death and destruction. I know you are a Sylvite. If you wish to change your mind, now is the time, so that he can be murdered by you. That seems like a dumb idea. I chose long ago to walk the path that you walk aboard, Lord Galician. I shall forever be at your side, for reasons I don't really have any real need to discuss, because we both know them, but man, it sure would be nice if we randomly reminisced about it, wouldn't it? And I will cut down any of those that block our path. It is my duty. It is my purpose. I mean, it wasn't. You decided that it is. Who the hell knows why? I sure don't. Alright, so the $1 billion question is, what the heck do we do now? Ica, you're worldly and full of life experience. Nice, now that we can go higher and lower than we ever before, we can explore the places we haven't been yet. Once again, you have dispensed invaluable information, Ica. I've definitely not heard that information at any other point in my life. All right, do you think we need to go back to the meeting room? Because we didn't really come up with a plan so much as we affirmed what the end goal is. And I suppose that in of itself could be considered a plan, but the last I heard on the subject was we need to find another way to do the thing. So, if anybody would like to talk to me about how we plan to actually do the thing. All right, well, a cutscene didn't start up, so that's a bit of an issue. Hey, Vice, how's it going? Still trying to explore as much of the world as you can, I see. Well, then let me check out your discovery log. Okay. Ah, you've made 37 discoveries. You haven't found much since I last saw you. I'll give you something when you find some more. Oh, is that how that's gonna work? All right, fair enough. I suppose it's also well and true in all that manner that I kinda also have 2 crewmates that I have yet to recruit. Apparently that is something that is available to me. I wonder. All right, well, I'm going to ponder myself a ponderous thought. Can I get onto my ship without something horrible happening? Because, if I'm being real, I'd actually like to explore in my boat for a little bit. Try to find that last bounty, or at least, I think maybe second to last bounty? Third to last? It's one of the last bounties. Find that guy. Maybe find more of those discoveries and the stuffs, just on my own time. I'll definitely, obviously, show you guys all of it, but, you know. Can I actually, oh, all right, here we go. Now we're gonna get ourselves a little bit of stuff. Hey, Vice, thanks for the food yesterday. It was delicious. Oh, Gilder, leaving already? Yeah, this is just my cameo. Much like Draknum, I don't actually intend to help you in any way. Haha, have fun. Yeah, I need to get going. But before I go, I have some news for you. I found out some information on the Armada's latest project. I heard about this the other day. It appears the Vala has begun advancing into the lower altitudes. I heard the north of Pirate Isle, somewhere beneath the clouds, they're building a base on Dangrel Island. North of Pirate Isle. Okay. It's just a rumor, but I heard that they're building a ship that can go into deep sky. Deep sky? Beneath that thick layer of clouds immersed in total darkness, there is a bottom of the world. No one's ever seen what's below the clouds. Some people say it's completely dead. What could they be looking for down there? I don't know, but Fina's ship sank beneath the clouds, right? You're right. It must be what they're after. I mean, I don't know for certain, but I don't know. Thanks, Kelder. Well, go check it out. Sorry for getting your name wrong for so long. It's okay, I'm used to it. You don't need to thank me. Good luck, Vice. I mean, I appreciate getting some level of information. That's pretty swell. All right, then. So I can just, you know, hip-hop, boobity-bop my way onto my boat, and I can fly around all cool styles and such and such. Appears to be the case. All right, then. Then that means that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fly around, and I'm gonna look for stuff. Call me a crazy man, and I'd prefer if you didn't. It would hurt my feelings. But I feel like we're getting pretty close to the end game here. I mean, yeah, we got all the moon crystals. I almost have an entirely full crew. There's almost no bounties left, and several of my characters have already mastered different colored versions of the various magics, so no freaking duh, we're getting close to the end game. So if there's anything that I can do before any of that happens, I want to make sure that I do it. I want to try to do as many side quests as I possibly can. I well and truly do not know how practical of an idea it is to actually try and look for all of the discoveries. There are a lot of them, but it's definitely something worth thinking about at least. Either way, I will take myself a bit of a gander, and if I find stuff, you guys will definitely know about it. Until next time. Thanks for watching my videos. It really makes my day. Makes me feel good. Like I'm doing something important somehow. I got a little more sentimental than I was actually really prepared for. I'll see you all next time. Woo, adventure!